It's in full bloom, and you can see that the in all different colors, the cherry flower in white and the canola flower in yellow. And without further ado, let's get into our program today. And we have a guest today, Mr. Song. Welcome to our program. Good afternoon. My name is Song Fengqiang. I'm from the Gubaidu Cherry Flower Garden of Zhengzhou of Henan. And you can see that this is the blossom season. And this is a spectacular time of the year. Yes, and you can feel the breeze and all the petals of the cherry flower just falling down like snowflakes. So tell us something about this park. The cherry flower park was built in 2013. This is part of the Yanhuang Culture and Tourism Program. The program has been going on for 30 years. I grew up here alongside the Yellow River, and we have a couple of tourist attractions along the Yellow River. And this is one of the integral part of the Yellow River Restoration Project, and so alongside the Yellow River, and we built this cherry flower park. So we wanted to build something that is corresponding to the overall landscape of the waterfront, and we want to ensure that we can deliver clean water to Beijing. So we have to ensure the ecology along the waterfront. So we selected canola flower, cherry flower, and also a local flower in Anyang, which is Chinese rose. So I learned at the time that water can go along very well with flower, and so we have to select the most fitting types of flowers, and then cherry flower came into my mind. This is a flower that is typically grown in the southern part of China, and then I had the idea of maybe introducing this flower in North China. And in Tang Dynasty, there were two famous poets. The first is Bai Juyi, and he was from Xinzheng of Zhengzhou, and he had a poem from Tang Dynasty, which is about cherry flower. And Zhengzhou is also the home to Li Shangyin, and Li Shangyin from Tang Dynasty also had a poem about cherry flower. So that was as early as Tang Dynasty, and there was this culture of flower viewing. And cherry flower actually was originated from China, but later in the Tang Dynasty, along both sides of the Yellow River and in the Yangtze River, it can be seen everywhere. So that is why we want to restore this flower type in this part of the country. And because of climate reasons, it can only blossom in spring and in late autumn. But later we conducted some experiments. We draw upon the ecological features in Dabieshan and the other parts of the country. There were actually a hybrid between these different species. And surprisingly, we have a cherry flower that can blossom in every season of the year, because Zhengzhou truly has a very good climate. We have 4 distinctive seasons, and through our hybrid and transplantation We truly have breathed new life to cherry flower in China. So, one side effect is that this has become a tourist attraction. We are attracting travelers from around the region. So Zhengzhou has become the home to one of the most diverse varieties of cherry flowers in China. And so cherry flower tourism has been booming. And we also have the seeding industry of cherry flower right now in businessmen from Shanghai, from the Yellow River, Yangtze River Delta, and Beijing, Tianjin, Hejin. And they come here to buy our seeds. So this is the result of the grafting and hybrid experiments that we carried a few years ago. Yes, so that is why that we are rated as one demonstration park for the combination of the cherry flower industry and research and academia. So right now we have 89 different types of cherry flowers in this park, totaling a total of more than 30,000 trees. And these are big trees, and you can tell with your own eyes, and these are at least 20 years old, and we have cherry bushes. So we have truly cultivated a large number of these trees. Apart from cherry flower tourism, we also have the seeding industry and derivatives and deep processing. We have cherry tea, cherry dim sum, and also cherry crafts. Within a few years, cherry will become a big industry that is having sustainable development. Now you can see this white-colored cherry. What kind of species is this? Well, this is what we call the Zhongying cherry, and this is featuring large tree chunks, and the bigger it gets, the more beautiful it becomes. And also when cherry is in full blossom, we are between the spring aqueducts and tomb sweeping day, so this is the best season of the year, early spring. So what are the characteristics of cherry of this type? I can tell that it has a lot of petals. Well, if you take a closer look, before it blossoms, the flower is in pink color. But after bloom, it will turn white, and it's quite different from plum flower and peach flower, although they are in the same type. But peach flower, for example, it doesn't have an open lid, but cherry flower has an open lid, open slit. So this is one striking feature of cherry. And so at the very beginning, it's pink, and after blossom, it's full white in 2 to 3 days, and you will expect the falling of the flower petals just like snowflakes falling down from the sky. I believe that it's very attractive, and another feature is that if you look into the tree, there are no leaves, and you can only see flowers. But after the flowers fall on the ground, you can only later expect the leaves to grow out of the branches. And so this is one striking feature of this type of cherry, and we have a lot of species or plants that grow leaves first and then flower. But this is just like plum flower. The flower comes out first, and then only afterwards the leaves grow out of the branches. So this is why we call it the middle cherry, meaning so it only grow out at the middle of spring. And today The temperature is around 30 to 33 degrees centigrade, and we do not have any gust of wind, but in a couple of days, when the wind blows, you will be entering into a ice and snow world, and namely all the ice, all the petals of the flowers, they will fall down from the trees just like snowflakes, just like snowing, and it truly is magnificent. And take a look at this avenue, and this is the central avenue for flower viewing. When the wind blows, and you can see the ripples of flowers on the ground. And that is why we have such a great number of tourists. Although it's a weekday today, we're having a big number of tourists. How many are you expecting? Well, I believe we have at least 50,000 today, but during weekends, it's between 80 and 100,000. So it's people everywhere, and it's super packed and crowded, and you can see the whole parking lot taken by vehicles of all types, and this is a tourist attraction, and this is it's a fantastic place nowadays for the tourists. People come here to take photos, and they take a walk in a central avenue. And what are the other attractions here? Well, people come here for all sorts of reasons, and they can have a stroll in the forest of cherry trees, and they can take on a minibus, and they can even take on a mini train and drive around in the deep of the cherry forest, and they can also have a taste of the cherry tea. And you can see we have a lot more tourists at this part of the park, and we have a lot of interactions going on here. And you can try your luck throwing the dart into the bottle. So what are the activities that you can have here? Well, cherry is traditionally loved by all the Chinese throughout millennia, so that is why we have designed a great number of gaming activities, and you can truly enjoy a large variety of activities such as shuttlecock, and you can also shoot an arrow. You can also take a lot of photos, put on the ancient costumes. Hanfu costume is very popular here, and you can take some photos with these very exquisite costumes. And we are so overwhelmed by the creativity of the tourists. Apart from cherry flower, we can see a lot of booths here, vendors, and they are in this culturally creative industry, and they have Chinese drink that is made of cherry. For example, we have cherry tea, we have cherry flavored coffee. Can we have a try here? Hi, can we have something to drink that is made of cherry? You can have a try with this, and this is the sparkling water made of cherry. And we do have other culturally creative industry representatives here, and we have local soups made of cherry, and the whole soup and porridge is in the color of pink, and you can also expect some cherry dumplings and cherry pancakes, and we also have some dessert made of cherry, and we even have a cherry beer. So this is the IP that we have independently designed, And we even have a mascot, which is a cherry rabbit. And you can find this logo wherever you go, and this is very popular among the tourists. All right, this is a sparkling water, about a sparkling water made of cherry. Thank you very much. Can we have a straw?
看到大家真的是各种休闲。
Truly, everybody is so relaxed at this park. You can see people take photos, drinking tea. They can even set up a tent under the tree.
来到树下啊，那我们现场也是。
Well, let me have a try with this sparkling water.
樱花的茶饮。
Well, let me show you the design. This is so adorable and so romantic. I can feel the combined flavor of cherry and tea. I heard that you also have a you also have a tent camp. Yes. So what is this path about? So this is along the south to north water transfer project, and in this part of the project we have stored a great number of pipes, and we conducted some experiments here. And at first, we thought that those tubes could be used in the future for the projects, and later it turned out that those tubes were not used. So we just transformed them into cultural attractions. And traditionally, when people travel, they just take the bus, and when they get to the destination, they take photos. But right now, tourism has changed dramatically, and people come here as families, and they set up a tent. And they spend some quality family time together. And they have their own delicious food and drink, and they slow down and truly get themselves immersed into this environment. Well, this is truly the change I have observed, and you can see that people are slowing down, and people nowadays, they attach great importance to enjoying the environment. And you can see that people are sitting down, people are enjoying their tea and desserts in their tents. They are also enjoying their fruits. And truly, this is a very harmonious scene. And also bear in mind that the blossom season is very short, and it's only 10 to 15 days at each blossom season. So when you are truly enthusiastic about this flower, you can have a race with the flower blossom, and you can track the blossom wherever it is taking place. And you can see that if we are talking about early blossoming flowers, and you can have at most one season. So this is the late stage of the early blossoming cherry. And you can see that this is a transitional period for this flower, and the leaves have come out. And for late cherry, you can only expect the flower to come out during the sweeping festival. And this is the traditional Chinese red color, and also you can expect peony. So how many paths do you have inside the park for flower viewing? So because this is a park only established in 2013, this is not a long time ago. Traditionally, you'd expect a park to be incorporated within a big tourist park, but this is not the case. And we have a big land, and we have roughly 1,000 mu, and we have roughly 10 such avenues for people to truly enjoy the flowers. And you can see that people are truly relaxing, they are dancing, they are enjoying the swing. And we put in place a lot of facilities, amenities, and in a couple of days or weeks, we will make available some night facilities. For example, we will bring the lights on, because those daily commuters, and they are busy in the day, but they have some time in the evening, and they can come here at night to enjoy the beautiful scenery and view at the evening. Well, we are tailoring to the needs of the tourists, so we want this place to also look very attractive in the evening. So tell me something about this pagoda. Is this in Tang style? Yeah, this is in the style of Han and Tang Dynasty, and as I was introducing earlier, so we have right nearby the south to north water transfer project, which is 30 meters below ground. So we built something also on the ground. And when we set up the cherry park, we know that there is a relic of water transfer projects, and above the ground we have a pagoda that is designed by Xi'an Ancient Architecture Institute. So right now you truly have a picture of harmony, and inside the pagoda and tower you can enjoy yourself in a cherry museum, and this is a iconic building in this park, and you can see photos and photographies of this tower on the cover of the magazine Magnificent China or China National Geography. So this is truly a very beautiful place. So in recent years, China has been promoting tourism and culture, and so we have Tang costume, we also have Hanfu costume, and if you put on such costumes and pose in front of this tower, and truly that will give you the most beautiful shot of the year. Due to time constraints, we won't make it inside the tower. But when you have a chance, you can truly walk into the tower and enjoy the collection of all types of blossoms of cherry. And if you walk past that tower, you can see the Yellow River. Yes, and that is the most magnificent section of the Yellow River. And I can tell you, it's very beautiful, and it has a vertical drop of 100 meters, so you are placed at the very top point of position. Right now, we're talking about the synergy between the Yellow River and the waterfront. Yes, the General Secretary of the CPC truly has a forward-looking vision. A couple of years ago, I think it was in 2019, he elevated the preservation and protection of Yellow River as one national strategy. Since then, we have embraced high-quality development. We, as an enterprise, we have to act in the spirit of the General Secretary, and we have to take real and substantial actions to beautify the environment on both sides of the Yellow River. And at the other side of the Yellow River, we have a sitting base. So in recent years, truly, the derivatives, they are also in full blossom. I heard that you even have a local specialty which is called the cherry chicken. Is this the dish that you're talking about? Yes. Well, let's have a try. Enjoying cherry dishes and cherry chicken under the cherry tree. Well, this is from Lushi of Henan. We have a chicken farm where all the chicken, they can run around under the cherry tree, and no fertilizers or pesticides were used. So this is truly organic meat, and this is organic chicken that you can find at this part of the country. And so that is why we named this chicken cherry chicken. And we also cook the chicken with cherry branches and cherry trunk, which is the firewood. And at the end of the day, you have a flavor that is unique to this region that you cannot find in any other parts of the country. You can only enjoy this flavor at this part of the country. And this is the cherry drink, the cherry tea that I bought. So this is truly a wonderful day. We have great sunshine. This is such a pleasant environment. This is such a fitting season for traveling. It's only Monday today, and you can see that some people, they even ask for a few days off. Sorry, today is Tuesday. Some people even ask several days off from their work just for traveling, just for the observation of cherry flower. So we're not just attracting travelers from nearby regions and travelers from Shanxi and Shanxi and Hebei province, and even from Shanxi province. They are coming all the way here, and you can see that in today alone, we have attracted more than 20 tourist groups from all the nearby provinces. And even we have people from Wuhan, which is the central part of the country. So because we have such a big park of cherry, and also you can not just enjoy cherry flower, but also the Yellow River, which is the mother river of China. And it's only 200 meters away from this park. And so we built this park on Mangling Mountain. And so at this part of the Yellow River section, there is no south bank of the Yellow River. And in recent years, in order to achieve high-quality development, we have embraced ecological preservation and environmental protection. And we have agricultural farms, Yellow River-themed tourism parks. So in different seasons, you can always find an attraction here in Zhengzhou. Right now, we have 3 4A level tourist sections and 1 national level tourist attraction. So this is generating a lot of job opportunities for people living nearby. And we are living along the Yellow River. Since a couple of years ago, we have seen that the Yangtze River Delta and Pearl River Delta, those are regions with well-developed economy, and we also have the conditions needed. So we want to transform this place into a environmentally friendly region. So that is why we are embracing cultural tourism. I believe we can, through these efforts, truly make a difference in changing the lives and living quality of people nearby, so that they can truly increase their income And right now we have conducted more than 10 cherry festivals, and each year is the greater success than the previous one. And truly, we are truly enjoying great success with cherry flower. All right, thank you for your introduction. We haven't had lunch yet, and later we will be enjoying this delicious dish. And if you're interested, you can come here to Xingyang to this cherry park. And all right, this is this part of the program, and I will hand it over to my colleague who will show you more about China in spring. Dear viewers, good afternoon. This is Xiangshuijian of Wuhu in Anhui province. And you can see that behind me, we have a sea of canola flowers. And in Xiangshuijian, the canola flowers here are in full blossom, and you can see that many tourists are standing right inside this ocean taking photos. And this is called Xiangshuijian because we have a creek in the mountains nearby, and the creek never stops. And when when the water in the creek is flowing, it makes this very unique sound. That is why we call this place Xiangshuijian, or it can be literally translated as the sound of creek flowers. So where are you from? We are from a vocational school in Anhui province. So why do you come here? Well, because we don't have any classes this afternoon, so we just came here. Do you love it here? Yes, absolutely. And you can see that in this golden sea of canola flowers, you can expect a lot of great photos and shots. And Xiangshuijian, as we have introduced, this place has a lot of rivers. In spring, in particular, this is the most beautiful season of this place. So, how should you enjoy the most of yourself in Xiangshuijian when you're traveling here in spring? So we have a guest here. Say hello to our viewers. Good afternoon. My name is Feng Hui. I'm the Director of Publicity in Wuhu Sanshan Economic Development Zone of Anhui Province. The canola flower sea is very beautiful, and this is giving you a great pension. And we have the canola sea flower, we have beautiful countryside roads, we also have cottages in the villages, and you can see that many tourists are enjoying themselves behind me. They are taking photos. So you are promoting your place to viewers from all across China, and can you tell us how should they enjoy the most of themselves when they are here in this season? So tell us what are the highly recommended activities or the best destinations in this part of the country? Well, right now we are at Xiangshuijian Village. So it got its name because it's near Xiangshuijian, and it's just like a tortoise that is crawling on top of the canola sea flower. We have 16 villages, one residential community, and we have 24,000 mu of canola flowers. But in this core area, we have 15,000 mu, and in Xiangshuijian, we have 4,000 mu of canola flowers. So to enjoy yourself here, the first stop is, of course, the Xiangshuijian canola flower garden. I think it's a coincidence that we are both wearing pink today, and we want to bring our viewers the best color contrast. So what do you think is the most beautiful color in spring? Well, I think it's yellow. I have in my heart a poem. So you can enjoy nothing but canola flower here. Put aside the plum flowers or peach flowers, they are in no comparison to canola flower. So is this spring? This is not spring. This is the coincidence designed by Mother Nature. And this is not spring. This is the ripple that is generated on the waterfronts of Xiangshuijian. Is this spring? No, this is not spring. This is the invitation that we sent from Xiangshuijian. Yeah, I can tell how proud you are with your hometown. Yes, because this is a great place, and we have organized 4 consecutive racing competitions, and we have also fishing competitions and rural creativity competitions. And if you are a fisherman, do come here because we have a fishing center here called Bogeke. So this is a waterfront with an acre of 1,800 mu. So no matter what kind of fishing method you're talking about, you can enjoy yourself to your fullest here. To our left side, and you can see that our tourists are truly enjoying themselves in the middle of the Canola Sea, and you can see over the years we have engaged in multiple efforts to restore the environment here, and we have returned farmland to the sea garden. In the past, what was the situation like? In the past, we have a lot of rivers and they cross each other. Sometimes you can see a lot of farmland, but right now you see nothing but canola flower. So in the past, as you have mentioned, you have mountains and rivers and villages. So in the past, it's a little bit chaotic, but later you went through a process of uniform design and development. So that is why you don't have a chaotic layout of different sectors or industries such as fishing ponds. Yes, we have put everything in order. We have a camping site. We have a picking garden for fruits. You can also enjoy a boat tour and enjoy fishing here. So this is a more diverse travel experience. So we played a little aerial footage to our viewers, and you can see that we truly have a lot of rivers here. When our tourists are here, without a professional camera, so do you have any place to recommend so that you can have a bird view? Yes, we do have such a place, and you can just take a bus and you can climb the peak of a mountain, and we will show you which is the most fitting place for you to have a bird view of this Canola Sea, and you can take a lot of great shots to record your memory. So this is not even weekend, and you can see a lot of tourists. I'm so overwhelmed by the number of tourists on an ordinary weekday, and I think it's enjoyable enough for you to sit on a bench by the waterfront and enjoy the beautiful scenery in front of you. Yes, then tourism is the great form of relaxation, and you can truly find a moment of peace for yourself from the busy work schedule. And here, in a lot of villages, Xiangshuijian Village, Dongguan Village, so we have altogether 5 villages, and this is the core area of the canola flower. And you can come into any of these villages to have the best view about the canola flower. So does that mean that those villages, they have given up farming to embrace canola flower? Well, at the very beginning, there were some voices of resistance, but later the government introduced some cities and subsidies, and they residents, they are very supportive nowadays, and because they have enjoyed the benefits themselves. And talking about beautiful scenery, we have to also talk about beautiful and delicious food. And we have many different rivers here, Exihe and Zhanghe, and the branches of the Yangtze River, and you can see this dish. And this is made of goose. And in Eqiaotang and Xiangshuijian Village, we are known as duck lovers, and we raise a lot of ducks. So the locals here, they love to eat ducks and goose. But this is not duck, and this is goose, because the goose meat is very tender and very tight. And this one is actually baked.
其实可能大家听到这里，如果前面没有关注我们的，大家会说，哎，那鹅桥是不是？So
this is a goose dish. According to the local legend, we have a sand dune in this part of the place a few hundred years ago. So this sand dune took the shape of a goose, so that is why this place got its name. Give us an introduction about this dish. So this is a fried rice, and the locals, so they're very smart, and they boil the rice and then they quickly put it in the refrigerator, and then they take it out into the next spring. So after one whole winter in the refrigerator, it suddenly gives you a different flavor. If you add in the canola oil, and you can also add a couple of seasonings and garlic. So at the end of the day, you have a combination of many different flavors, and this is truly delicious. So yesterday when I talked this with Feng Hui, I found out that she would never stop when it comes to food. And yes, I'm just like the locals here, and we love the beautiful scenery here, and we also love the delicious food here. And I'm just being a lover of life. I love this lifestyle. I believe there's nothing more important than enjoying a great dish and beautiful scenery. So we have to, talk about business. We're talking about translating good traffic of travelers into a great cash flow. So what are the great measures that you have in place in this regard? Well, I hope that our tourists, they can come here to enjoy the beautiful scenery of the Golden Sea, of the canola sea flower, and also they can set up a tent, they can enjoy the beautiful water view, they can spend a night here, and at the next morning they can go into the mountains or go to the field, enjoy the oxygen, enjoy the great air quality here. And if they have more time, and they can take a quiet walk in a country path, and they can sit down and enjoy the canola coffee here. Well, I believe this is very catchy, and this is just like a tourism slogan. I believe that a lot of the travelers will come here just to act out what you have introduced. Well, we're waiting here for you, for all the travelers. So over the past few years, I believe with the booming of cultural tourism, the locals here, their income is also increasing. Yes, we have developed a couple of industries, for example, noodles and canola oil or rapeseed oil or rice. And also Eqiao is home to high-quality rice. And Eqiao is geologically located in a place that is only 20 minutes away from the downtown city. We have Ning'an railway line. And if you on board a train passing this place, then you can hold out your head and take a great shot of this view. Do you have wheat here? No, we don't have wheat here. Wuhu is actually an inclusive city. We have steamed buns. We are in between the north and the south, and we have some food that is typically north. We also have some food that is typically southern. So we love all the delicious food regardless of where they are from. And the flavor from your home is always the best. And I myself, I love traveling. I love going to different places. And when I have time, I just take my son to other places. And when we are at other places, then we complain sometimes about their food because, as it is true for everybody, the flavor from your hometown is always the best. And we also traveled here, I think it was last weekend. I was told that the biggest difference this year is that nowadays you are allowed to run around within the canola's garden. So we truly have brought nature closer to travelers. And we want people to smell the flavor and fragrance of flower. And this is the agriculture plant, economic plant, actually. And if you step on top of it, then you will be harming the potential harvest of the farmers. So let's minimize our impact when we are traveling here. So I heard that people are trying to extend the season of flower just to offer something to our travelers, no matter which season they come. Well, yes, and this is an ongoing project, and we are growing many different types of plants. For example, we have paddy food, we have canola flower, we also have a racing competition, cycling competition. So no matter which season you come here, you can truly have something that you enjoy, and you can enjoy fishing, sightseeing, cycling, and you can always find something that you love to do in Wuhu. And right now, we're talking about the tourism industry. Truly, this is a very large industry, and so because the new business farm is taking shape, and we are attracting a great number of travelers, and so culturally creative industry is also booming. And take a look at this coffee shop. This is set up by a young couple. Well, before we tell them more, I want our viewers to take a guess. What is this house for? And this is looking very beautiful right now, but tell us what it was in the past. Well, this used to be a warehouse, abandoned warehouse in the past, but right now, after restoration and refurbishing, this is looking very artistic and very cultural. And there is a cultural and artistic vibe from this cottage, and this is transformed into a coffee shop. And at the best time, it can sell 600 cups of coffees each day. So let's get inside, and from the outside, it's looking very clean, looking very young. It's a great place for the young to take some selfies. But if you get inside, this is not so spacious. It's only a dozen square meters, but there is the vibe here, and the young couple, they have their own ideas and they have their own creativity here. So you're the boss here, and tell us something about your coffee shop. So people come here to take a cup of coffee so that they can grab the coffee and take a chair outside and enjoy the beautiful scenery in front of them. Yes, exactly. This is the pattern that we have here. So can you recommend a cup of coffee here? Yeah, no problem. All right, we'll be waiting outside. Thank you very much. All right, now let's walk out of this coffee shop. So this is unconceivable. An abandoned warehouse, a cottage house could be transformed into a modern, artistic-looking coffee shop, attracting such a great number of travelers and generating great business. Well, I think it is exactly because we have the canola garden that we are having the success of the coffee shop, and they are reinforcing each other. And this is what we mean by saying the cultural tourism is truly flourishing the Chinese economy, because more and more young people, they're getting on board, they're injecting more vitality to the countryside. So this is a new platform that we built for the travelers. Yes, and this is such a good observatory platform, and you can sit here and enjoy what you have in front of your eyes. When did you come here? Well, I came here in 2010, and to this day, it's roughly 16 years. So when do you think is the most beautiful season in Wuhu? Well, I think it's in March and April. Right now, actually. I seldom travel elsewhere in March. Partially it is because of my job, and to be honest with you, I don't think any place can compete ours in terms of how attractive it is in March. So we have mountains, waters, flower sea, and we have homestays, and we have a road network that is very convenient, and also take a look at the white paint on the surface of the cottages. And we want to present the most pleasant experience for our travelers. And for this year, we have introduced a country tourism season between March the 15th and April the 15th, and we have Han food shows. We have the performance of some intangible cultural heritages. So this is a very lovely festival, and in different days we have different themes of tourism. So we want the travelers to come and have a taste of our local culture. So no matter if you are a child or a senior, you can come here and enjoy your type of tourism. We have Huangmei Opera, which is Anhui Opera. We also have a lot of sightseeing tours planned. And, Nuja too, the big animation movie success, is also introduced here. And so we have hot balloon, we have a big duck, and we have other elements introduced from elsewhere. So these are the places where you can truly take a photo with the backdrop of the Canola Sea. So do you have a rough projection how many travelers come here each year? Well, I don't have a specific set of data, but here's our coffee. So tell us why you chose to set up a coffee shop here. Well, after living in the city for a long time, you feel depressed. There is a level of anxiety that you want to escape, and so that is why I want to start something different. I want to set up a coffee shop in the countryside so that you can truly get closer to nature, and you can truly give yourself some time of your own. Well, I never thought that it could be this popular. At the very beginning, I thought this is a lifestyle. I want this to become an opportunity to meet with different types of people, to have a chat. And so we were established just a couple of days ago, 2 weeks ago actually, on March the 12th. And we never thought this could be this successful, and we are so overwhelmed by how popular it is, and we can deliver 700 cups of coffee every day, and that is the best day we had. And so this is such a great business, and so we. And this is the Americano, and we have the logo of the village here, Xiangshuijian, and this is the name of the village. And you can see that many people are just taking a photo with this cup of coffee. And so this is trendy nowadays among the travelers, and they want to take a photo with the local brand of coffee when they are traveling to that place. Do you think we need to create some new consumption and shopping scenarios just to tailor to the taste of young travelers? Yes, we want to do exactly that. We want to come up with creative offerings so as to meet the needs of travelers. Well, I think when we are here, we can bring about the elements of elsewhere, and this is a tourist destination, and people coming here from all parts of the country. And when they come here, they cannot just enjoy what is local, they can also have a coffee that is representing some of the urban elements. Well, I hope that more and more young people can just follow your steps and come into the countryside and inject some youth vitality. So we do have travelers who come all the way from Nanjing, from Fujian, who come here on a self-drive tour, and they come here, for the scenery, and they also come here to our coffee shop, and we were so overwhelmed, and they tell me that they come all the way just for my coffee, and so we immediately start a very pleasant conversation. So many people, they are willing to, go through a lot of complexities just to get what they wish. And truly, we have a lot of scenarios, new cultural tourism scenarios that are matching the taste of the youngsters, and we want to blaze the trail and champion new fashion. So, if you don't mind, can I ask you if you have any? Do you have any plans to expand your business? Well, we haven't recouped our investment because we have just been running for 2 weeks. The gross profit is okay, but for net profit, I think we are recouping only 1/3. And I believe that we are tailoring to some new taste and new needs. So I talked about the train and camp, and this is a new type of tourism. We also have a fishing platform, and also Eqiao is also the #1 tea market in southern China. So we have tea houses all over this place, and we also have a combination of the tea business and the local activities here, and we also have many cooperatives, which is led by the local party branch, and we are truly leveraging the canola flour and rapeseed oil. So we want people to come here to enjoy the beautiful scenery of the canola flower garden, and because it is here that they can truly find what they love, they can calm down, and they can enjoy the beautiful scenery, they can grab a coffee, and they can take away some local teas. Well, I believe as this business goes by, I believe that you will truly expect a great future going forward.
再来看一看这个最美的这种江南的。
So this is truly
留下
a
一段属于
lovely place,
杨
and
水剑
I
的
hope
特
that you
辑
can all come here to enjoy yourself at Xiangshuijian. All right, dear viewers, and I hope you can stay tuned to our program.